Okay, great. Hi everyone. As you heard, my name is Sophie, and I'm the Sustainability Data Lead for APAC over here at Ecom Agroindustrial. For those who don't know us, a little bit of background, we're a global coffee sourcing and trading company. And in Asia specifically, our sustainability operations kind of encompass working with smallhold coffee farmers on integrating good agricultural practices, sustainability certifications, and then promoting environmental and social protection in local communities. Today I've got two challenge statements to present here. Our first one is on biochar production, and then I've got another one right after on coffee pest management. These are topics that our teams across Asia have been working on, and I'm really excited to share with you today what we're hoping to accomplish with these projects and in collaboration with you. Right, so first off is our first challenge statement on developing a biochar enriched fertilizer system that upcycles coffee farm waste. We really want to implement this project in Vietnam specifically, where it's common for farmers to overuse chemical fertilizers on their farms, which then leads to soil degradation through nutrient depletion and soil organic matter loss. This also increases greenhouse gas emissions through the release of nitrous oxide. And on our farms, there can be a lot of pruning and agricultural waste that comes from the maintenance of coffee trees that kind of just ends up being thrown away. So we really want to find a solution that upcycles all of this great organic matter. And specifically, we want to focus this project in Vietnam because of our large smallhold farmer network across the country. We found so far it's been kind of a challenge to accumulate all of this agri-waste cost efficiently to one central biochar production facility because we're trying to collect material from all over Vietnam and there's not a lot of it being produced in each individual farm. So we really have to kind of like cast the wide net. And so all of these context points have kind of led us to creating this challenge statement where we're looking to develop a biochar enriched fertilizer system that upcycles coffee farm waste. And so the idea would be to work with a startup to build a biochar production facility and to then create an efficient collection system for all of the coffee agricultural waste that we produce that will then act as the biochar inputs. Okay. Why is this an important opportunity to address? So, over at Ecom, we are really invested in the benefits and potential of biochar. We've run some trials in other countries like Nicaragua, and we really see the positive impact on the environment and coffee production that biochar brings around. So, biochar enriched fertilizers really improve soil and crop health due to regenerative practices. It also increases the resiliency of crops, which becomes especially important in the face of extreme climatic events and disease outbreaks. And it also creates healthier coffee trees, which then increases coffee bean yields, particularly in acidic soils that have been affected and depleted by chemical fertilizers. And this is an especially relevant social benefit because it improves smallhold farmer revenues. And lastly, biochar also acts as a carbon sink. So sequestering the carbon from this agricultural waste this way leads to a reduction in greenhouse gas emissions on the farm's operations. Okay, so diving into more specific requirements we have for this project, we want to use the coffee waste from our farms specifically in our network to kind of use that coffee waste as the feedstock for the pyrolysis machines that create the biochar. So specifically, this would be organic matter like coffee husks and then prunings from the trees, along with leftover material from our intercropped plants like durian shells. As well, another requirement is that our farms follow sustainable certifications like the Rainforest Alliance or the Nespresso AAA program, which includes requirements for organic fertilizers and farming processes. So the biochar production should also be organic compliant. A really big bonus we're looking for is the opportunity to qualify for carbon credit schemes through biochar's carbon sequestration ability, We understand this can be a lengthy qualification process and is kind of something separate from this first trial or pilot, but this is definitely a big bonus and something to keep in mind is the ability to have carbon credits available. And then more on the logistics side, we have to make sure that your company has the legal requirements to import biochar into Vietnam, especially if the production or facilities are overseas in other parts of Asia. And so you'll have to demonstrate a clear pathway for being able to bring the product into the Vietnamese market. Okay, so to start off, we'll have a trial to test your biochar fertilizer. So we're looking to keep this trial to under a year and then ideally around 3 months to then be able to sell the biochar to our farmer network like as soon as possible in 2026. And we'll be holding the trial in the Central Highlands of Vietnam, where we have the space for demo plots available already for you to test your product on. So I've also included some pictures below here of other fertilizer and soil trials we've conducted. And if you can see in the second picture here, those are some of the soil scanners we have available for you, which kind of analyze the composition of the soil like on the spot. And so we've also got a great team of local agronomists and salesmen to help with strategy and project management in the trial and kind of beyond. And so, what we're looking from you in terms of a successful pilot outcome is really like a biochar product that shows concrete improvements in soil health and crop resilience, along with the ability to have tailored NPK mixes. So, as part of the trial, is understanding the best mix for the region and for like the specific soil in this region. And so, what's in it for you as well? With our established presence and experience in Vietnam, will help support you in setting up the biochar production facility, along with like implementing the trial and going beyond that. And we also have a farmer network. Sorry, we have a network of over 5,000 farmers in Vietnam, for you to supply the biochar to. So this means we have an established supply chain and market for the biochar already. And so we kind of be supplying the biochar to the farmers who would then mix it with their own fertilizers and apply it on their farms. And if successful, we're also looking to expand our biochar production and distribution network to the rest of our operations across Asia Pacific, which includes places like India, Indonesia, and Papua New Guinea. Right. So that's everything from me on biochar. So I'll open it up to the floor now for any questions you may have.
Great, that's done perfectly on time, Sophie. So thanks
Great.
for that. So yes, I encourage everybody to get your questions into the chat box, which is about halfway across on the screen. So the first one in is the biochar mainly produced with pyrolysis?
Yeah. So we're looking to have a pyrolysis machine or a facility to house that. I don't, are my
Yeah,
colleagues here, Tuan?
yeah. I mean that's typically. I mean, if there's anything further to the question, to Amelia. Is asking if they're in the EU, are they able to apply for the challenge? Yes, you're absolutely able to apply for the challenge, but obviously it's a solution that needs to be implemented in Vietnam. If you want to add
Yeah, pretty
anything to
much.
that, Sophie. And then the
Yeah.
next question is,
Yeah, we're happy to work with.
yeah, it's a global challenge. So we're sourcing solutions from anywhere in the world. The best solution that's the most appropriate is the solution that we're looking for that meets the needs. Question there, Sophie, from Charlotte, about how important are the carbon credits? Would you like to speak to that?
Yeah, for us, the most important is being able to use the coffee waste and create biochar out of that. The carbon credits would be a really, really good added bonus on top of supplying the biochar. So not necessary, but that would really make you stand out is the ability to qualify for carbon credits.
The next question is moving through them. We'll get through as many as we can. Is the big issue here about bioavailability of nutrients to the crop and hence the importance of biochar? Why are you focusing particularly on biochar?
We're focusing. Sorry, I'm trying to find the question as well to read.
From Bailey, it's the
Okay.
third from the bottom.
I think this might be better. Are my two coworkers on this call? Can you?
Okay, so
Yes, mine.
my name is Maya and I'm Christopher's college and I can help a bit on this question. The concern about managing bioavailability of nutrient, that is not the standalone on this concern. The biochar can help because now in Vietnam, the problem is they overuse the fertilizer. Then, and you know what? They just apply a lot, then they just irrigate right after that. Then it's wash out all the nutrient. Then not bio, but they if they apply biochar combined with the NPK fertilizer, the NPK the biochar also can help to contain to managing the dosage of the fertilizer better. So that is my answer. Then I hope that and bioavailability is of course the purpose of using biochar, but um more than that. I hope that I understand. I answer your questions.
Okay, and if it's not sufficiently answered, the asker Bailey can contact us and we can address it more completely. Then the next question is from Sayed asking about is it appropriate they're still in ideation stage as a team? Put in your submission by all means, but as you heard Sophie say, they have a particular time frame that they're wanting to test. So obviously it's about whether your idea and taking it to the next stage, you're going to be able to meet that. But I certainly would encourage you to make your submission and make it clear how your timetable is going. We're just sort of really out of time, Vishan, but just very quickly, the available biomass is coming from the coffee husks. Certain specifications. I think, Sophie, you don't have particular specifications. I'm just trying to see what you said in the
On
requirements.
the pyrolysis machines.
Yeah, I don't know.
Um, yeah, so we haven't set up any facilities yet, so we're really looking more to work with a company that can help set up the technology and then help us continue running the facility and like producing biochar throughout, while we be more on the supplying side for the coffee waste and then the supply of the biochar after. So we're looking for someone to help more run the pyrolysis machines.